All right. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, the polls have closed, and now we'll start the annual village meeting. Last year, we didn't have a moderator elected, and we can do one of two things. The board can moderate it, or we can have someone from the audience moderate it. What's the pleasure of the board?
I would move that Newt Rose, who ran for the position and probably will get elected,
Okay.
act as moderator.
I would second that.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Okay. This is Newton Rose.
All right, we can start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, good evening. We can start with introducing the people at the front. On this side, we have the village trustees, Earl Washburn, Dave Rose, and Bob Brandt. Over here, we have municipal manager Scott Murphy and Ula Cook. Are there any non-village voters aside from Scott Murphy who would like to participate in tonight's conversation? All right. All right. So if there are no objections, Teresa Southworth and Municipal Manager Scott Murphy can participate in tonight's discussion, but just not vote. Yeah. All right. So we'll be working through the articles in the town report that have been warned for tonight. Article 1 is being decided right now through the Australian ballots, so we'll be focused on Articles 2 through 6. Just to go through some of the procedures of the night, we'll work through each article one by one. There must be a motion to move each article and a second before debate and voting. All motions and remarks should be made to me. And then when you speak, just please give your name. And once we have voted on an article and moved to the next one, we can't go backwards. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that Article 7, or other business, that's the time to discuss any other issues, to make any remarks or comments. So if you have any comments that aren't directly related to the other articles, you can save those to Article 7. Just remember there's nothing binding that can come out of that. Are there any questions before we start with the articles? All right. So we can start with Article 2. Shall the voters of the Village of Ludlow vote to exempt the property owned by the trustees of the Gill Oddfellows Home of Vermont from property taxes for a period of 5 years, commencing with the 2022 tax year? Is there a motion? Okay. All right. Is there any discussion? Okay. Hearing there's no discussion, if there's no objection, we can move to a vote on Article 2. All those in favor of approving Article 2 indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it, and the article is passed.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to Article 3. Shall the voters of the Village of Ludlow fix the salaries of the village trustees, water commission, and village clerk the same as last year, that being village trustees $1,000, water commission $1,000, and village clerk $1,000. How would you like to proceed?
I'll move to approve the article for discussion.
Okay. Is there a second to Sharon's motion? There? Second. Okay. Is there any discussion on Article 3? Sharon?
My only question is, and don't take this the wrong way, because Rod's the water commissioner, I'm not going to vote on this, but it seems like the trustees have been paid $1,000 for a long time. And I don't know if somebody on that, how long has it been since they've had a raise?
So it's been at least since 1994-ish, a long time. The water commissioners did get a boost in 2010, but that was 12 years ago. They went from 500 to 1,000. And just kind of an FYI, I did the calculations for inflation. 1,000 back in 2004 is 1,500 today.
Is anyone interested in making any more motions or amendments or discussion on that? All right. If there are no objections, then we can vote on Article 3. All those in favor of Article 3 indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it, and the article is passed. Moving on to Article 4. Shall the voters of the Village of Ludlow authorize the Board of Trustees to borrow money in anticipation of taxes or other income to meet the expenses of the village and any part of its indebtedness?
And trustees, I just want to mention here that before we get into the discussion, because it's an article, we will have to vote on it tonight. But next year, we will not have to vote on this question because there's, according to the league, there's no need to allow the trustees, municipal board, to borrow for current expenses or in anticipation of taxes. Every board, they reference select board, but every board has the legal authority to borrow for these reasons for a period of up to 1 year from the date of the note. So you guys already have this authority. It's just something we kind of carried over from year to year. So next year, this won't be on the article.
Is there a motion to move Article 4?
Motion to approve Article 4?
Is there a second? Okay. Any further discussion? All right. If there are no objections, we can go to a vote. All those in favor of Article 4, you can indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The article appears to have it and is passed. Moving on to Article number 5. Shall the Village of Ludlow collect taxes on real property in installments, taxes to be paid to the town treasurer on August 15th, 2022, November 15th, 2022, February 15th, 2023, and May 15th, 2023, and must be delivered to the town treasurer and postmarked on or before the due date? Is there a motion on that one?
Move to accept the article?
Is there a second to Sharon's motion?
Second.
Logan? Any discussion? All right, if there are no objections, we can go to a vote. All those in favor of approving Article 5 indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it, and the article is passed. Moving on to Article 6. Shall the voters of the Village of Ludlow vote a specific amount in lieu of a rate on $1 on the grand list as set forth by the Board of Trustees budget? Then the trustees shall set the tax rate necessary to raise this amount after the grand list has been completed and lodged in the office of the village clerk. The amount to be raised by taxes is $346,048. there a motion on this article?
Move to adopt the article as presented.
Okay. Is there a second to Logan's? All right. Is there any discussion on Article 6? All right. If there are no objections, we can go to a vote. All those in favor of Article 6, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say no. The ayes appear to have it, and the article is passed. Next, we'll move to Article 7, other business, and as a reminder, nothing binding can come of this article. Is there a motion to move Article 7?
Move Article 7.
Logan? A second?
Second.
Who's that?
Second.
Okay. All right. Any other business to discuss? Sharon?
I just want to compliment all the departments within the village, the town, because it was it's a very strange year, but they got a lot of projects done. They've kept the roads safe. The ambulance, the police, the fire, they've been right out straight, but everyone's done a good job.
Yeah, I would have to second that too. I think departments worked really hard with the limited resources, but we've also experienced an unusual year. But I also have to thank the village trustees also because they've gotten several projects done. I mean, we finished that wastewater treatment plant. And then we moved on to the High Street project.
That's beautiful.
And that's all completed. So, I think people should be aware of the good projects that they've been working on and completing.
Any other discussion? All right. We could also entertain a motion to adjourn if there are no other business.
I'll move to adjourn like Mr. Kirkbride would have if he was here.
Yes. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. All right. The village meeting is adjourned. Thank you.